Hello and welcome back to TF1C, the Formula 1 chat. It's the Austrian Grand Prix this weekend. It's our Formula 1 preview. If you enjoy the feature series, go check them out. They've already been posted. But now it's time for the big one, the main event, the Formula 1. Quick little rundown of Britain. What a mental race. I don't think I've recovered. Wow. It's 3 days after the race at the time of recording, and I haven't recovered. Absolutely insane event. I mean, we had
huge crash.
So many incidents. We had the
Perez, turn 1 Leclerc
thing. We had that great battle towards the end. We had Max from the lead picking up debris and ruining his whole race, ending up P7.
I didn't actually pick up at the time. Crofty's commentary of that Perez Leclerc Hamilton thing was very much like his "Here comes Sebastian Vettel" at Spa.
But here comes Sebastian Vettel.
And Perez goes off track, and so's Leclerc, and through comes Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah. The problem is you couldn't hit anything because everyone in Britain collectively went, yeah.
Because the whole crowd just cheered, and obviously I was talking about it because it was mental, that final corner. Coming through that little sequence of corners where Perez cut the inside and then Leclerc
I was sat there going, no, Perez, you muppet. So that no one can hear anything. But let's get into.
You said there, bad weekend for Verstappen, good weekend for Perez, Red Bull ring. I think everyone's expecting Max's fortune and this.
Because you're not going to see any debris on there. Because Helmut Marko is going to hurling style sweep the floor in front of Max Verstappen's car. Curling, not hurling. That's the weird Irish thing with the funny sticks where they lob it across the pitch. There's no sweeping the floor in that.
Should we get into predictions then?
Yes. Quick little look at the championship. I mean, only 6 points gained for Leclerc.
Which doesn't really do much.
Max. He lost out to Perez as well. Ferrari did gain in constructors, but they're still 63 points off. So even if they did take a 1-2 and Red Bull didn't score, which wouldn't happen because Helmut Marko would deploy the landmines. That's definitely a thing at the Red Bull, right? Oh no! Horrific explosion.
Circuit's gone boom.
We automatically give Red Bull the championship because everyone else is out.
Should we get into predictions?
Yes, let's get into it.
Quali.
Out in Q1, who do you have in P20?
I'm Nick Latifi. Surprise. Wow.
I think you're wrong. Latifi qualified in P8?
Yep, in the rain.
In the rain? I don't think it's going to rain, but I think he's going to have a big beaming smile on his face, and that's going to make the difference.
Okay, well I think he's going to go back to last.
Okay, you're using logic, and I'm using the power of smiles. P20, I have his fellow compatriot, Lance Stroll.
Well, these two drivers last. I will change it up next. For France, I swear,
Charles Leclerc,
Latifi or Stroll last in qualifying.
Wow.
P19.
I can't promise anything.
P19, I have Zhou Guanyu, and my reasoning for this is I would not expect any driver to get back in the car after a crash like that and be fast.
I disagree with you there. I think he's going to channel it because I think what Zhou Guanyu is
going to put a smile on. Suddenly he's going to turn into
I think he's going to channel that energy, and I think he's going to put in a stellar performance. He takes part now.
I think he's going to struggle because I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Yeah. I'd struggle to be able to get back in the car.
You're not an F1 driver.
Yeah, no, I'd struggle anyway. That's all I'm going to. If I hadn't crashed the weekend before, I'd been on pole.
Can't even get it started.
I think I have to do that.
Okay, right. P19, I have Daniel Ricciardo. Right.
Go away.
There is some logic here. Ricciardo is naff. No, I love Daniel Ricciardo, but he's underperforming massively. He was lapped by the whole grid other than Sonoda at Britain. I can't see him having a stunning weekend here. And Sonoda spun and smashed into his teammate and still was only a few seconds off Ricciardo.
His fortune's going to change and it's going to be this weekend. We'll get into that later.
It's not.
I'll put him on pole. I haven't. That was a joke.
Yeah, it's
his fortune's going to turn around this weekend. I feel it. P18 got Kevin Magnussen.
Harsh.
I don't know. I think he's going to struggle. I don't really know why. I just don't think he's going to get the lap together.
Finishing the points last race.
Double Haas, Mick Schumacher.
Okay.
Beautiful. Double points finish for Haas last night in Britain. but I think he's going to have a bit of bad quality here. K-Mag.
So your argument of Zhou's going to really struggle to get back in the car after that, but you've put Albon ahead of a guy who scored points, despite Albon receiving like 4 weeks of contact, and he was in hospital way longer than Zhou was.
Yes, but Albon wasn't flung across gravel at God knows how
No,
fast.
but
down.
Zhou had no injuries.
And
He obviously was in a lot of pain, but
also Albon's
there's
Red
no
Bull.
fractures and stuff.
He's driven Austria very, very well. I don't think F2 were here last year.
No, F2 just didn't do any tracks last year.
So Zhou Guanyu's never driven Austria before.
F2 did like 4 tracks and then went, we're going to have 9 races for a laugh.
Yeah.
That was it. They just like kept going.
Who've you got P18?
P18, I have Nicholas Latifi. Look, he's not going to put in a beaming, stunning lap. Yeah, that is the power of a beaming, smiling Nicholas Latifi's Williams.
Okay.
That's where it gets him.
P17 got
2
Lance
places. That's
Says-
so harsh, mate.
Nice, so slow.
I'd have lost, but that's harsh. My P17 is his teammate, Sebastian Vettel.
Wow.
I love Seb. I rate Seb so highly.
I think he's
But that Aston is a
There's
shit.
no way he's having fun.
No, but his very important message which he spreads, it's easier to do it when he's got the Formula 1 platform. If he just sits about at home with his nice B, like Save the Bees t-shirt on, no one's going to know that he's wearing
in
it.
the house.
Yeah.
I mean, weird.
He's
He
a
was
robber.
sat in his lounge wearing a shirt.
Well, he might.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, but
Yeah.
if he was sat in his lounge trying to get people to see it, raise awareness by sitting
It's just,
in your
not
lounge.
a cheap. I think you make a good YouTuber though, Seb would. But
okay.
yeah, go on. 16.
P16, I got Sonoda. Don't know what he was doing
Mate.
in Britain. He's just messing around. Genuinely, he was on F1 Open lobby.
You've just said Albon's going to get out of a massive crash and he's going to nail it this weekend because
Genuinely.
he drives for he's a Red Bull rookie.
Very far up.
But then Sonoda, who's also a Red Bull junior,
Sonoda is just having a mare, and that AlphaTauri is slow.
he's not having a mare, and the AlphaTauri is not slow.
Did you not see Britain?
Had a tough race at Britain where he spun into his teammate.
Okay, why are you questioning my decisions all of a sudden?
Oh yeah, I just think you're wrong.
Okay, well, no need to question me. Like I've just said something horrific.
You have. So Sonoda's 15th in the championship, mate. He's 4 points off Ricciardo. After this weekend, he will be, in my books, 11th.
Okay, good for your predictions.
Right.
It's all predictions. We're allowed to say what we
Okay.
want. I think Sonoda 16th.
If you put, like, Ocon on pole or something. To be fair, that wouldn't be too bad a prediction. I have Ocon, though, P16.
So-
Now, you might think we're ready for this prediction, but every now and then, things just fall apart for Esteban Ocon. Like, the Alpines were really quick this season, but occasionally, he does just have a mare. And I think that's going to be him here.
I mean, I've had him have such a mare. He's not even on my grid.
Who have you put on there twice?
I've put a double Alonso.
Okay, so you went for Ocon's not going to do a lap. Alonso's going to do a lap, and then hop in the other Alpine and put in another lap.
Okay, P15 making it out of Q2, Q3, but having a terrible Q2 is Valtteri Bottas. He's really struggled recently in qualifying. I don't really know why. He's had a few races where he's just been out in Q2 and out qualified by Zhou Guanyu.
Yeah, but this is a track where he outperformed Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes last season,
And
which is something he didn't do too often.
For some reason, Lewis Hamilton just forgets how to drive at Austria.
Yeah, I mean he picked up the penalties the season before in 2020 and handed
Last
Alonso
year, he
win.
got whipped by Max Verstappen.
They had this. What was it last year? It wasn't doubleheader, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah,
Yeah,
because
Red
Max
Bull
got
Ring
2 wins there. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have a doubleheader this year. We've got the sprint though, which I forgot to write in my predictions, but I'll make it up as I go along.
Right.
But yeah. P15, I have Kevin Magnussen.
Yeah.
I think he will just put together an all right lap. He was P10, in Britain. I think he'll do similar things this weekend.
Yeah. Yes.
Who do you have in P14?
P14, I have Sebastian Vettel. Am I working on a shot? I'm working on a sprint.
I was going to say, yeah.
Seb-
Between the other person at the predictions, write out your sprint predictions.
Seb
But yeah,
Vettel.
why Seb there then?
Just a decent lap from Seb.
You're trusting that, yeah.
And I just think he's gonna drag that Aston up like he has all season.
Right.
So I think it's really decent from him.
Fair enough. My P14, right? I have Valtteri Bottas. Now, I mean, you just slated him for his qualifying performances. I think he's going to do all right here, and he'll be one place higher than you put him. Who do you have in P13? 13.
P13, I have Mick Schumacher. I think he's going to be a bit motivated by that points finish, and I think he's going to find himself into Q2 ahead of his teammate, who got knocked down in Q1, and just, I don't know, really good weekend for Schumacher.
Weird coincidence, I also have Schumacher P13 for some of the similar reasons you just mentioned. So who do you have in P12?
P12, I have Pierre Gasly.
Ooh.
As you said, Red Bull Ring, Red Bull driver, obviously Gasly. I'm expecting a good lap because he's shown pace at times this season. And I think he might just get the lap together to, I don't know, just give a bit of a boost to AlphaTauri.
Fair enough. My P12 is Alexander Albon. As you said, I think he will also recover really nicely from that incident. And I think a P12 in the Williams is a very good achievement. And as you said, he is a Red Bull Junior, so that does hand him an advantage around here.
Yes. P11, I have Alex Albon. Gonna bounce back. He's gonna He's gonna. Oh my god!
Words, yes.
He's going to bounce back from Silverstone and put his Williams with the new package they brought in. They're gonna put it just outside Q3, but it's gonna be a great performance from Albon, and Williams will be very happy and are gonna be promising going into the sprint and race.
Yeah, fair enough. 11th. I've got a shock Q2 exit for Lewis Hamilton on the podium at Britain, but he's going to struggle here. He's never really done well at Austria, and the car isn't great this season. I think it's a track where we're definitely going to see 4 drivers through, 2 Red Bulls, 2 AlphaTauris, not in your opinion, but in mine. So, in that 6 other drivers, I think there's 6 drivers that will outperform him here.
Yeah. P10, I have Fernando Alonso. Decent lap from Alonso. The Alpine's been very up and down this season. I really don't know how it's going to go, but I think he's just going to get into Q3, but only just.
Yeah, fair enough. My P10 is Guan Yu Zhou. You said he's going to struggle on his, obviously, after the incident. Yeah. I think he's going to channel it. He'll get through to Q3, and I think it's Alfa Romeo is going to let him down, because they're obviously going to have to repair that from the incident last weekend. And I think there's going to be something that they've not put together correctly, and it falls apart when they get to Q3. But I think he'll get that far, and then he'll just be in 10th.
Okay, P9, I've got Lewis Hamilton. Struggling a little bit. Podium at Silverstone, I think, was very... I'm going to put it down to his home Grand Prix, what to prove a point, fans on his side. Yeah. I don't think oh my God, give up. I don't think the Mercedes is going to be too quick around here. But Hamilton's going to struggle more than Russell.
Yeah, well, on the topic of the Mercedes drivers, P9, I also have a Mercedes driver. I've got George Russell, though. Of course, Lewis in 11th. Russell now in P9, the slowest of all the qualifiers. Obviously, Zhou does not take part due to that problem with his car. But yeah, George Russell looked good. Wow, looked good in the qualifying session. Then he had his incident with Zhou and that, and wasn't allowed to compete. Again, I still agree that he shouldn't have been allowed to race, and he didn't. So, yeah, I think that's completely fine. It's within the rules. You can't just have drivers hopping out their car and running at accidents. If not, F1 would descend into chaos. But, yeah, George Russell, I think it will be a fine lap, but I just don't think the Mercs will be that quick around here. I think home advantages, that does play a lot, and I think there was an extra 10th in that Mercedes thanks to the British crowd.
Yeah. PA, I have Esteban Ocon, the other Alpine. Again, not great pace from Alpine, but just enough to get them into the top 10 for the sprint.
Yep, fair enough. My P8 is Pierre Gasly. Been up and down for Pierre this season, but I think, he's got a chance here at the Red Bull Ring to prove himself, and I think he'll do exactly that.
Okay, P7. Redemption weekend for Daniel Ricciardo. It's going to happen.
Is it, though?
He's going to have a good weekend. He's going to get himself back up there.
Is it, though?
Everyone's going to start thinking,
I don't know.
Daniel's back. He's back again. Here we go. Start telling everybody, because McLaren are going to be on fire. This isn't biased. This is just me being hopeful.
No, I've got him 19th in mine, but yeah. We move. P7 is it now?
Yes.
I have a McLaren driver from P7. I'm not delusional though. It's Lando Norris. He's been consistent. Lando this season, I think 7th is right for him. He's massively outperformed his teammate. So I think he'll do exactly that.
P6, I have Carlos Sainz. Obviously picked up his first win in Formula 1 at Britain.
Yeah.
But not a great qualifier
Maiden victory
this season. I think he's going to struggle a little bit here. P6 for the Ferrari man.
Yeah, P5. Oh, sorry, P6.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump one there. P6, I have Yuki Sonoda. I've got some bold predictions for Yuki Sonoda this weekend. I think he's going to show Helmut Marko just how good he is. And I think Sonoda, very good driver. Hasn't really shown it just yet, but this is a track where he can definitely drive well. He's done it a lot as a Red Bull rookie, as a Red Bull Academy driver. I think he'll do well here. On to the top 5 then.
Top 5.
Interesting.
P5, I have Georgie Russell. Again, I think he's much quicker than Hamilton this year, but still the motor's not going to be that quick around here. But the 4 drivers ahead of him are 4 very quick drivers.
Right, I'm going to rattle through my top 5.
Okay, yeah.
P5, Fernando Alonso. P4, Charles Leclerc. P3, Carlos Sainz. That leaves me with the Red Bull 1, 2. Max Verstappen's taking pole. Yeah, Red Bull really quick here.
Yeah.
Ferrari not as so, but I think they'll be just behind. And Alonso consistent this season, and I think he'll be just about there. Maybe looking towards a podium if issues were to arise in the race. But I guess we will see if that can happen. On to your top 4 then.
Top 4. P4, I have Charles Leclerc, who will put the car on pole, but we've seen last year Austria with impediment is very high. So I've got Leclerc putting it on pole, but a 3-second penalty means he will start from P4, which will leave Perez P3, Verstappen P2, and putting the lap together and starting on pole for the Austria sprint, Lando Norris.
Oh, dear.
McLaren They're always good at Austria. The crowd love Lando.
I can't back it.
Max fans, Lando fans.
I can't back
Lando's going
it.
to get the lap together. Leclerc with the penalty. Bang. Maybe Max gets impeded on his last run, which means he can't quite get Lando.
Yeah.
But I'm expecting. I think Lando's going to put out the back.
Impeded by Leclerc. Wow. He pretty much did in Britain, but Leclerc. I don't think Leclerc did it on purpose. Obviously, that'd be insane. But
right.
Yeah, spin did cost Max Verstappen.
Do you just want to rattle through your sprint?
I will, yeah, of course. Right, P20, Daniel Ricciardo. We've seen, he just trundles around the back sometimes, and he'll be 19th anyway. I think Stroll will get him, and then he'll just kind of be like, what's the point? He will have to defend from someone for a bit anyway, though, because P18, Lewis Hamilton. He's going to be involved in an incident. He's going to be dropped to the back. He's going to have like a spin, I reckon, or something, or a little bit of contact with someone. And he'll end up down in P20. He'll make his move through, though. Only get to up to P18. There's not really a lot of time in the sprint. That if you make a mistake, you haven't really got ages to get back through. Then the Haas duo in 17th and 16th. Latifi finds himself in 15th. Very good race, sprint race from him. 3 positions gained there. Sebastian Vettel is P14. Gains 1 from his grid spot. Gains a few from his grid spot. He put him 17th. He gains 3. Then Bottas in 13th. He gains 1 as well. Alex Albon is going to keep position. In 11th, I have Ocon making his way up from P16. And in 10th, not quite in the points yet, Carlos Sainz. He is going to be put into the gravel trap by Charles Leclerc, but he will keep it still going. He'll manage to get up to remain P10. But that leads to later in the weekend. Oh, a little bit of foreshadowing. Interesting. Anyway, P9, just outside the points again, George Russell. P8, I've got Guan Yu Zhou getting points. I think it'll be a really nice moment for him. Then come the AlphaTauri duo of Gasly and Sonoda. Sonoda leads that though, and he will take that 6th. Gasly 7th. Good points for them. Norris P5, Alonso P4. Matches both of them profiting off the fact that Sainz went into the grub trap. Leclerc takes a podium, but he cannot stop the Red Bull 1-2. Max first, Perez second. Further ahead in the championship.
Okay.
You're 20. That's very hard to do. Right, go on. Your front race 20.
Okay. P20, I've got Bottas trotting back from P15. I've then got Zhou Guanyu staying in P19. Alfa Romeo having a shocker in the sprint. P18, I've got Yuki Sonoda, again struggling this weekend. P17, Vettel. P16, Stroll. That Aston is so slow. Then where was I?
14.
15, no, 16.
15, 14, yeah, something around that.
But 16, Schumacher. 15, Albon to drop them back.
Wait, where is Latifi?
14th, Latifi.
Wow.
So Latifi has to go jump Albon. Albon's going a bit.
Yeah. At the track he's done loads of running
Yes.
at. He's going to recover perfectly from his incident, but then he's going to drop behind a Canadian man who you said
No,
is
other way
naff.
round.
Okay.
So P15 Latifi, P14 Albon.
Alright.
P13 Magnussen from P18. That's a decent sprint from him.
Yeah.
P12 Alonso. Then P11 Gasly. Then I've run out of drivers. P10 Hamilton. P9 Ricciardo. P8 Russell. P7 Sainz. P6 Ocon. 5th Leclerc. Perez 4th. Then 3rd is... Who's 3rd?
Sonoda, I don't think you've mentioned.
Okay, no. Sonoda was 10th.
Okay. Ricciardo?
Ricciardo was 9th. Sainz was 8th. Ocon was 7th.
God, Bessie, but yeah.
Hamilton 6th. Russell stays 5th. Perez 4th. Leclerc 3rd.
Right.
Lando drops to 2nd. Verstappen wins the sprint.
Okay. Into my race then. 19 and 20, the DNFs. As I mentioned, Leclerc pushed Sainz off, and here there's a little bit of animosity between Leclerc fans and Sainz fans. I think that is going to go even further this weekend, as the drivers are going to clash. Wow. Sainz is going to be annoyed about Leclerc pushing him off at Austria and then not getting penalised. And I think, similar to how him and Perez were pushing each other off last year. And I think we're going to see Sainz coming through from that P10. He's going to be chasing after Leclerc. Leclerc drops back a few. I think maybe he'll pit earlier. But on the cold tyres, he's going to take some time to warm them up. Sainz still coming through, goes down the inside into the same corner. And Leclerc already turning in. He's going to mess it up. He's going to just spear him off. And they're both going to be out as he takes his tyre off. And they both end up reaching the gravel. Ferrari fans in tears. Mattia Binotto is going to be literally crying on the pit wall as well. Look, and then you're going to see this little altercation between Leclerc and Sainz where they're just shouting at each other on the gravel trap. It's going to be Hamilton-Rosberg-esque as they both crash out at a weekend where Red Bull are dominant.
Lovely. Okay.
So I love telling stories with these predictions. So that's exactly what's going to happen.
I've got
your DNFs then.
I've got Hamilton and Alonso crashing out together. Well, not really together, but it's just going to be turn 1 chaos, and they're both going to get caught up. And they're
similar
both
to Britain then.
End up out at turn 1. Yeah, well, not similar to Britain. Nothing as bad. But they're going to end up.
Hamilton's actually going to do a somersault in the air and parachute out of his car. Before a fan catches the Mercedes.
And then I've got Yuki Sonoda retiring for mechanical reason.
Oh, he would have probably won it as well without that.
Yeah.
My P18 is Nicholas Latifi. Not much to say there.
Do you want to to top 10?
I will. P17, Lance Stroll. Have you got P17?
P17, I've got Stroll.
That's why I asked. 16th, Ricciardo. 15th, Vettel. 14th, Magnussen. 13th, Ocon. Hamilton. P12, tough weekend for him. And Bottas in 11th.
P17, Stroll, as you said. P16, Latifi. P15,
Latifi's ahead of someone.
As I say. P14, Mick Schumacher. 13th, Sebastian Vettel. Bottas recovers to P12 from the back. Gasly P11. I'm going to carry on because 1 point is going to Alexander Albon.
Oh, jinx. I also have Albon picking up a point.
Okay, P9, I have K-Mag. Qualifies P18, gets up to P14 in the sprint, gets up to P9 in the race. Really good recovery.
Just keeps gaining.
Yeah.
4 and then 5. Lovely job from him. P9, I have Guan Yu Zhou. Points, again, it was good to come out this weekend with another 3 added to his tally. I think it's to be a very happy man, especially with Bottas taking 0, outperforming his teammate, outperforming expectations, and really bouncing back from last weekend's horrific accident.
Yes.
So, yeah. Brilliant job from Joe.
That is good. P8, I
Predictive,
have Carlos Sainz.
Wow.
I don't know.
P20, but yeah.
I think it's going to be a tough weekend for Carlos.
Yeah, not as tough as I'm predicting. 0 points and crashing into
Maybe
Ferrari's
gets put in the gravel.
chance at the
Keeps
championship.
it going. I'm thinking he's P7 in the sprint, trying to get past a Russell maybe, or Ricciardo or someone just gets put in the gravel.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, fair enough. P8, I've got Gasly. He's dropping back one because someone is coming through the grid at a rate of knots, who I'm getting into in P7, but I'll let you do your 7th first.
P7 got George Russell. Just a bit of
yeah,
for him.
outside the top
Hammer
5
stinker.
again, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, P7, I've got Mick Schumacher because I think he's going to fly through from P16. He's going to get a little... he got a taste of points last weekend. I think he's going to have an addiction to points now, and he's going to come 7th to fulfil his needs. And yeah, he'll love that.
P6, I said it was redemption weekend. It's Daniel Ricciardo.
Mate, you're such a waffler.
I'm not. It's going to be a good weekend for Daniel. He's going to get back in the points, and he's going to be back.
Right.
We're going to start to see the old Daniel Ricciardo.
Sure. My P6 is Fernando Alonso. I think he's going to drop back a couple from his P4. Not too many, but I think yeah, P6, I think we'll be happy with that. I reckon he'll probably be on the podium. Alpine will do something stupid again, and then he'll be fuming, which I think is leading to his exit at the end of next season. Not quite yet. I know what you're all thinking. Oh, I was about to say at the end of this season. Not yet. But I think he is going to be slowly starting to get annoyed, and I think they could struggle next
I'm
game.
going to bring 2 in here because I've got P5 Leclerc, P4 Ocon. Ocon's going to show some good pace.
What is in that Alpine?
Ocon's going to show some good pace.
Yeah.
He's then going to jump Leclerc at the pit stops, and it's going to be Esteban
to defend like a lion.
Defend like a lion, which is going to involve putting Leclerc in the gravel.
Oh, that's
and then,
defending like a cheetah,
Yeah.
not defending like a lion. Wrong animal there,
Which will
Esteban.
I think Leclerc then drops back to about P7, P8. He then comes back all the way to Ocon, but Ocon still manages to stay ahead by the end of the race.
Right, and Ocon shoved him into the gravel, and then they went, nah, no need for a penalty.
No, because he didn't really shove him.
All right.
Leclerc tries to go around the outside at turn 4. Ocon...
Yeah, famously they were giving out 5 seconds for that last time, but they're not this time.
People,
Oh, okay.
Different people, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not any... every other situation they've been more strict. This one, though, who cares?
Just leave
We
me
don't.
alone.
Joking, mate. P5 and 4, as you've just done, I've got the brick duo of Russell and Norris. Your podium, then.
Look,
Okay, no then.
I don't know.
Go
I
on.
do have a podium. Norris, Perez, Verstappen, and P3, Lando Norris. So, gets
What, a
on
place
pole
higher than I put him?
in the quali, P2 in the sprint, P3 in the race. Very, very good weekend for him and McLaren with Ricciardo with his redemption weekend. Do not forget that. Watch out for Daniel Ricciardo this weekend. He's my man he's my racer to watch.
Yeah, we know you've mentioned
And
19
then
times
Red
it's
Bull
redemption
1-2,
day.
as expected at the Red Bull ring. It'll be Verstappen leading Perez across the
Yeah,
line.
it's the boring answer, but
Lots of
I've gone for it too. Verstappen first, Perez second, quite dull. Then P3, we're going to be sending Dr. Helmut Marko knee sliding across the entire country of Austria as Yuki Sonoda takes a podium. Mate, he's going to have some mental pace.
No.
I think he's going to be just like chilling. Just absolutely chilling. Some brilliant moves and genuinely, Dr. Helmut Marko's claps are going to be heard by NASA in space. They're going to be legally documented as earthquakes. He's going to have witnessed, based on my predictions in the other series, Hadjar taking a win, Edgar taking a podium, Hadjar taking another podium, Lawson and Hauser taking podiums, and Lawson on pole. Mate, this thunderous clap from Dr. Helmut Marko as it rounds off a perfect Red Bull weekend is going to be seismic. No.
Oh, no.
No, he's still a doctor. Something. I'm not sure what.
Science.
I wouldn't trust that man. I don't think he's a real doctor. I reckon he's
science
dying.
technology, I believe. Because it's like built, cars too.
He didn't build the car.
No, but he's like...
It wouldn't go anywhere. He just finds drivers.
Adrian Newey, genius.
Yes. Dr. Helmut Marko
not.
claps.
Oh.
He's very good at finding young drivers, which sounds noncy, but
Maybe that's what he's doctoring.
Children.
No.
Right, that's not a doctorship. Right, and that's also not a word.
You can be a doctor.
You can't.
For children.
Yeah, that's a paediatrician, not a
Yeah.
scout. Right. That is all for today. Get involved in the comments down below. Who's taking pole? Who's going to win? And who is going to lead the championship? It's going to be Max, but you can write someone else if you want. Make sure to leave a like if you have enjoyed. Hit subscribe if you're new around here and you think, oh, you know what? These two have been quite decent. I'd quite like to watch it again. And go watch our other previews, F2 and F3, if you fancy that. And yeah, go check out TFC. It's all linked in the end screen if you want to go watch other things. But yes, thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you next time.
See ya.